Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, general viewers, Assalamu alaikum at Astana Makia with lessons of criticism. Today I seek to talk about Plato, the first great Greek critic and renowned philosopher of the world. Plato, the proud student of Socrates, is a renowned figure in world literature. He is classical Greek philosopher who is renowned throughout the world, being the teacher of Aristotle and the founder of the first school in the world that is known as academy. He had pioneered academy where he used to teach students. Plato belonged to very powerful and aristocratic family, and he was based in Athens, and he tried to propagate his ideas through writings, through talks. Some of his work has survived and that has reached to us. Renowned among them is his famous Republic, wherein we find his critical ideas. Republic is basically a work that covers philosophy, politics, literature, and even criticism. Book 10 of Republic is related with talk on poetry, and on the basis of that portion of Republic, Plato is regarded as first systematic critic of the world. Plato tries to make an argument that is based on his philosophical approaches. He was basically an idealist who preferred and believed that idea is most important and most important aspect. In Republic, we find him criticizing poetry seriously and severely. In Republic, which is his ideal state, he found no place for poets. And this thing makes him a very interesting critic, because he who believed that poetry is an act of inspiration, Plato was of the opinion that poetry is simply the result of inspiration given by gods to poets, but he found no place for poets in Republic. This is an interesting point, and we will talk about it. Actually, as I told you that Plato was idealist, he believed that this world is copy of an idea, copy of the idea of creator. Now this world that we live in is a copy. Now what does a poet do? He copies the copy of the idea, and he uses the word imitation for it. This is known as theory of mimesis in literature, that poets or literary artists copy the idea of this world. So their copy is the second copy of original idea. So from Plato's point of view, a copy of a copy is not a valuable thing. So according to him, poetry is not that much valuable, so that it must be inspirational one or must be liked or idealized. So poetry cannot be parallel to truth. It has nothing to do with wisdom. It is away from philosophy. It is a weaker form of creation. And the respect and honor that was given to poets during his time, because in his time Homer was highly idealized. Even the curriculum of Greece that was taught in schools at that time was based on the poetry of Homer. And we know Homer is one of the finest poet of the world. The first great poet of the world is Homer. So he severely criticized Homer's inspiration. He did not believe in creative art and creative genius of Homer, rather believed that these great poets are divinely inspired. So their divinely inspiration is faulty one. Once they are devoid of this inspiration, They will not be able to compose poetry, number one. Number two, poetry is not parallel to truth. It does not represent truth because it is copy of a copy, so it is twice removed from copy. All these things, all this contribution makes Plato the first systematic critic in world literature, but his ideas were later on severely opposed and criticized by his student Aristotle. We will be reading Aristotle, and then we will see that on what grounds Aristotle defied to his teacher Plato. But today we will see that on what basis Plato rejected poetry. Let me tell you that Plato, in his Republic, has presented scattered ideas about criticism, especially about art. His work is divided, or we can classify it into 3 points. He first talks about poetic inspiration, then he talks about imitation, and finally he condemns poetry. He believes that poetry is in fact an inspiration. The poets are divinely inspired and they seek inspiration from gods. So he says that how comes it possible that inspiration from gods may help a poet to be a great genius? And then he presents his theory of imitation. Due to shortage of time, we cannot talk about imitation in this video. We will be talking about imitation and the way Plato criticizes poetry and imitation in his Republic. We will be coming with that video in shorter time. Till then, keep enjoying this video and keep subscribing our channel. We will be presenting you different talks on criticism and literature. Thank you very much. Thank you from Astana Alia. This is Muhammad Ibrahim Khokhar.